Guess who's back with anime? Yeah, I love comic books, but I have to admit, I miss the messiness of Dragon Ball Z fans. So this week, I'm gonna dissect one of the most iconic antagonists in anime history, my boy Vegeta. Now relax, there will be no Vegeta slander today. Actually, quite the opposite. Because I want to talk about how Vegeta was never truly a villain. Yeah. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge that I do remember all of the bad things he's done. I remember that he originally pulled up to Earth with all of the smoke, clapping Z fighters and killing his boy Nappa. I do remember him blowing up a Namekian village. I also remember him obliterating that crowd of bystanders at the martial arts tournament after he let Babidi take over his body. Side note, naming villains Babidi and Boo is ridiculous, and one of the reasons why the Boo saga sucks. Anyway, I named all of these bad deeds to actually defend Vegeta. You see, because Vegeta is not some cold-blooded killer, but a man with PTSD desperately crying for help. Let's look at the facts. Vegeta was kidnapped at around the age of 6 to be part of Frieza's child army. He then had to watch Frieza disrespect his father, who was the king and the strongest man he knew. After watching his father be sunned by Frieza, he had to hear from his homeboy that Frieza destroyed his planet and everyone he loved. This all happened before he reached puberty. That type of trauma and brainwashing can turn anyone into a killer. And we see that with Vegeta, because every time he acts out, it's like he's reaching for normalcy. When he rolled up with Nappa, it's because he found out there was another Saiyan who just clapped his homeboy. Y'all telling me you wouldn't do the same? I also want to add that Vegeta did not kill any of the Z fighters. He simply killed Nappa and those little gremlins that he brought with him. And that was because he was a soldier raised to snuff out any type of weakness. On Namek, he did wax off an entire village, but that was him grasping for immortality because he desperately wanted the Saiyan legacy to continue. Before you hit me with that, oh, Gohan and Goku could have extended his legacy. No, they could. Goku is an idiot and Gohan is soft. Imagine if all black people were eliminated and our only representation was Terry Crews and Ben Carson. And yes, I use black people because the Saiyans are clearly an allegory for us. Look, I'm not saying that Vegeta's excuse for his actions. I'm just saying that I understand where he's coming from. I also want to acknowledge that he's been killed twice, and I feel like the death penalty is good enough punishment. And when he was given the chance to rehabilitate, he became a stand-up guy, a family man, and a defender of Earth. So do you agree? Let me know your thoughts in my comments below. And if you like my page and want to contribute, be sure to buy me a coffee. Until next time, have a fantastic week, my friends.